And welcome back, everyone. Drake Hawkins here again for some more Factorio There Is No Spoon. This is the Clean Up Drake's Spewing Backpack Mess episode. Did we get everything here? Oh, no, we still got some down the end of this. Alright, so yeah, last time I concluded the episode by canceling a project that was in my inventory. And when you do that, you end up spewing everything that's in your backpack, or that should come back into your backpack, all over the place. So what it is, when you queue up a task in your pocket building task, so let's say here I'm going to build 10 more. It's going to take 10 more magazines. It's going to take the in this case 2 plates a piece out of my inventory. You see that it's taking them away, and it's going to basically hold them in limbo while you're producing the product. If you then cancel the action, you see my iron flashing there as it increases. Well, if you happen to be canceling a very big project like we did, it spews all over the place. So yeah, that was oops. Alright, the reason we did was because we thought we needed to build more of these, and we didn't. We already had them built. So there we go, 40 labs online in our nice build here. Look at that, that's a big... Ooh, we're being attacked. Alright, what does it say? 4 turrets have engaged with the enemy. Well, that was short-lived. Clearly those 4 turrets are going to do the job relatively nicely. We're going to build up some infrastructure here to let us get going on all of the next part of the build. I want things to be able to manufacture at a really good solid rate. Gonna need a whole bunch more of these. Did we make more? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20. There you go. We're gonna build a bunch of pump jacks next. 5, 10, 15. That should do for now. Now we're gonna need more than that, so let's actually go queue up some more. What are we gonna need? Steel, iron, and gears and pipes. Alright, we will get a pipes machine going. Let's grab a few more belts while we're here. I know we got a chest up at the top with them on this still, but that's fine. We will get some more... what was I going to say? We will get some more... some things going to in our infrastructure that'll be like... there'll be one machine that'll just build gears, for instance, and pipes, and underground pipes, and so on. So let's queue up some more... Ooh, you hear that train in the background? Yeah, no way I'm editing that out. I absolutely love trains, by the way. Grew up in a railway family, and totally love my trains. That sound is almost as good as the sound of bagpipes, people. Almost that good. That whine when you hear the bagpipes start. Man, he is hanging on the horn. We live in an apartment right now, and the apartment is, wow, dude is like leaning on the horn. He fell asleep on the horn. The apartment is, literally looks over the tracks, and so I'm like right next to them. So when they want to do their horn thing, it definitely gets my attention, and it makes me happy. So after train distractions, what we're going to be doing is running this belt over, or this line over. We're going to set up this infrastructure. I think that's probably going to be the primary focus of this episode, building the basic infrastructure stuff we need to allow us to readily and quickly speed forward with the next set of the next episodes of our build, and then we're going to drop down a bunch of pump jacks. Hopefully if we have time before the end of this episode, we'll do those pump jacks. Watch this. Shift, right click, copied. Oops, copied from like across the map. Oh, but you have to be close enough to paste though. Shift, right click. Hehe, not really necessary from across the map, but it would have been much faster to do that manually, Drake. Good job. Oh, you got the modular armor for some reason. I guess we really don't need that. That's blue science. Blue. We're going to need advanced circuits. So this, for now, we're just going to run everything that we need, just the regular green science for. Anything that's green science only, that's what we'll, green and red science only we'll do, and we'll do pretty much everything that we could possibly use green science only for. And then we are going to be a couple episodes before we get the blue science online, and then we'll have to, of course, get ourselves a bunch of laser turrets and go hunting for some. Let's grab all these and all these. Go hunting for. I'm gonna grab that again so we can use it next time. Then we'll go hunting for our alien friends and take some of their cotton candies. And this to split, and then we're going to split right there, and we'll drop in our copper. That'll turn this gear mess online, and from there we're going to build the infrastructure for our. Let's give it some space. You know what? Let's give it enough space to do what it needs to. We're going to build yellow circuits. No, yellow inserters. Sorry, and we're going to build have that feed to blue, and so on and so on. This guy can build off of this. Excellent, and he's going to do. Is that going to be enough gears? What's the blue need? Blue needs no gears. Red needs gears. Blue needs no gears. So blue inserters there. I wonder if we can do this. So this guy can feed us too, right? So let's do that, and then that, and then that. I think this will do. If we put this to, oops, where was it? It was on the right page originally. That to yellow. Nope, that's not what I want there. That to red, and that to blue. That should do the job. Not going to build the purples automatically off of this. We're probably going to build a separate one up somewhere in here to feed our blue science. This is going to be gears, and then we need an output for both of these guys. So that's going to go to there, that's going to go to there, this guy's going to feed across there. Excellent. What else? That's red science. That's not necessary science. But that showed me one we need. There we go. Let's get that. This guy is going to drop his output right down here. We'll put a belt to go out this way. You're going to go down a little further. You're going to output here, and you're going to output here. Good. Okay, so and what if we do? Yeah, that should do. So you're going to have to grab gears here. And actually, I'm going to need some more blue inserters. So, man, these are quick. So our science is definitely doing its job. So this guy going to need gears, iron plates, gears, and green circuits. So let's put in a splitter here for him, so he can get his iron plates. And for now, we'll use that. Power things up here. There we go, and we'll put in one down here to power the. Oh, that's not going to power it. Yes, it is. No, it's not. All right, power on both sides here, and we'll put an output here. I would apologize for that, crazy train sounds again, but I love them. And Factorio, it's relevant, right? Factorio's got trains. That's a thing we do in Factorio lots. Well, we're not going to this time, though, to be honest, because that's not necessary. Alright, so we have the output of the yellow inserters, and those are just going to be chested up here. Actually, let's pull this separate line down here. We'll put an output badge there. We don't need flight, we don't need robotics, we don't need the arms, and we don't need that. So that's the end of that train. Let's go back to, let's see what I did there. Flammables. Yeah, we're going to need flammables. Let's do that. And this one will output here. There. You know what? If we do this instead of that. Does that reach? No. There we go. Actually, it's already powered, so we can power that there. Why am I fussing with these? Wow. Rocketry. Good, we're going to need rocketry. Yes, we already have the science for it. We haven't even finished the basics. So, there and there will power everything we need. So these are going to chest things. Nope, don't need to open the chest, but I do need to make more chests. So we're going to cancel those for now. What else do we need here? We're going to need a few blue inserters. And we don't need yellow inserters after that because we're making them. I can just stand here and get them. Or I can put a chest down and get them. There we go. So these guys are just going to do their thing, box up what we need here. We're not going to get gears off there. Red inserters are going to go there. We need, oh, you know what? The red inserters needs yellow inserters as well. Alien science. Yeah, the red inserters steal for yellow inserters as well. This guy is short the gears and the iron plates and the inserters. So he's getting the inserters. Since this is never going to be a high flow area, we can just keep splitting and splitting and splitting off of this line. What does he need? He needs iron plates and gears. So let's split that one space up higher. Let's split it right there, pardon me. And then actually bring them right down like that. And insert where we need it. There we go. And you can insert there. Power you. Quit opening that, Drake. We don't need the command bomb. So yeah, it's gonna give us some red inserters. We're only going to ever have one stack of red inserters in there, okay? And we're going to only have, say, a 10 stack of those and a 10 stack of, or 10 stacks of those, 10 stacks of those. So right now, this yellow inserters are lowest priority, which is fine. I think we're gonna do this though, and then we're gonna speed up the inputs. So let him run at full speed, but let him output at not full speed. So he'll output basically to one of these and the box. So we'll chest stuff up there. He's got what he needs except for the gears. Give it the gears, boys. Where do we give him the gears from? Let's go. Oh, we don't have any more splitters. That's something we definitely want. Splitters and underground belts we definitely also want to have on our logistics line. You are not going to be able to reach there, are you? Outthunk myself here. So we're going to put an underground here. Nope, not there. That's too short to put an underground in that'll do any good. We're going to put an underground in here. And he can... Is that the right spot? And he can go to there. Yeah, that's where it lands. Okay, so that can go there, and then we can underground here and here. Put belts in like this. And there we go. We have the, in fact, we probably don't even need to go that far. He can pull the needed inserters or gears off of there. Wonderful. So what we have here is the long-winded version of describing this, but belts, or gears, circuits, inserters. Long-handled, fast, and regular. Okay. Now from there, if we want, we can actually, and I think we will do this. I said I wasn't going to, but I think we will change of plans there. We're going to pull this probably right there. That'll let us get everything we need, right? Because the smart inserters, or filter inserters as they're now called, is fast inserters and green circuits. So that should do the job right there. Right, and there you go. And you want to output to a chest here. No, you want to output with a long-handled inserter there. And that's going to give us a chest of those. And the filter inserters, we're actually going to leave them run full on. That's right. We're going to leave them run full speed because they're a prerequisite for blue science. So blue science is somewhere around there. We just got it. But it takes the purple inserters as well. Let's put laser tech on. Okay, that'll be full. That'll give us one line. That'll give us one stack. This one will give us one line. This guy's going to fill right up. So he's going to never run, or never stop running. Never stop running. We're running and running. Okay, so blabbity blab. See if we can fit it in here to build us a basic network of belts and related products. So this is going to be, we have the logistics, or the belts chesting up down there. We'll shut that off after we get this one set up. Right here, you're going to, let's run off that line. And this is going to be gears, and then this is going to be belts. But instead of just belts, we're going to output the belts, and we're going to shove them down the backside here to set up another set of chests. This will output there, and we want you to be connected as well. So you're going to need iron, and we power you there and there. And you're going to output belts for us. Now, the belts are going to go to a few places. We want the belts to give us access for undergrounds and access for splitters. So this one's going to be undergrounds, and this one's going to be splitters. Let's try that. How's that going to work? Well, I don't know, you ask. I answer, I don't know. Grab the fast inserters that we've now already made and no longer have to build in our pockets. And power that up, which will let us get those going a little. Now these are going to need green circuits, and they're going to need iron plates. Well, we have green circuits here, but we kind of cut off the feed for that. So do we want to change that somehow? Good question. Laser turrets. We could change that. How would we go about changing that? Well, it's feeding that way and feeding this way. So what if we did something like this? Here, this will probably work. No, we're going to need... Alright, we'll move this. Here's what's going to happen. We'll bring him down here. Let's turn that so we don't foul the lines. And then we're going to do a couple undergrounds in the pocket. And this can become an underground. And to there, and then up to... Up to there. We can't quite reach, can we? No, but we could reach to there, right? And then we can just do the belt down like this. This is a little bit of a spaghetti fun, but I think this will really help things flow better. Oh, we better put our connector back in there, or inserter back there. So that's going to give us these guys to come along here. We're going to need to get this out, so can we power you some other way? Let's not power down this middle, and let's put you guys out here, and a belt with you guys feeding out this way. That hopefully will do the job. Now we want to put out we want some belts going out there. These guys need the green circuits. They don't, so let's switch those around and make those into the splitter. That's not really, that's going to be right. This is going to be the underground. So nope, we want to make an underground. I want to change this to underground. Nope, change this to underground. There we go. Okay, so if I put in a splitter here, or if I just bend the line, and let's just bend the line. No point in wasting an underground. And you feed there. That's your gears. Now we need an iron plate line that'll come down this way. This is working, folks. It's working nicely. And how about this? How about we feed off an underground here to give us lots of space to work with? And what else? What do we need for research more? I know this is interrupting. We're going to need solar panels eventually. Let's do that. You're going to be needing iron plates, so that gives you an input here. What if I do an underground to there? Because you're needing iron plates as well. That leaves us lots of space to work with up here. Give you an inserter there and an inserter there. Power you somewhere relatively convenient. Alright, now that is Fabulous. So what we need next is the red versions of those. We have that technology, don't we? No, we don't. Let's get that logistics network next. And they're going to be building somewhere in here and in here. And I think, actually, I think we're going to need one more space down like this. And I think the reds are going to take, well, not a long time, but the reds are, once that's available, we'll know what we need. We'll come back for this. For now, we're going to run down south. Why is this not filled any? It needs blues, and the blues are just all going elsewhere, right? Yeah, that's what's happening. They're going as fast as this produces. No, as fast as this gets fed. Okay. I'm going to up these numbers later. Do we need them now? We don't need them now. So let's take one stack of these guys. And we have lots of blues. We have reds that we're not needing. Excellent. Let's let him give us a few purple inserters. We need to up that. There we go. Alright, we got what we need here. So, how's things going down south? Good. Stackers. Stackers would be good. We have this copper running. That's fine. We're not tapping it out yet, but there's coal down here, and I actually want to build a couple guns in pocket, because we're going to clear a bit of space here, and we're going to put in the pump jacks as they come out, and then we're going to pipe in our speaking of pipes, we're going to pipe it. We should make some. We're going to pipe in our oil up to, back towards where the copper is, and we're going to put in some storage units, because we really want to have this stuff major backed up, because basically how oil works is it's got a yield rate on it. So let's see, this one here, for instance, has a yield of 86%, 99%, 90, 99. None of these are particularly great. Oh, that's a good one, 131. So that just means that one's going to produce oil faster. So as the pump runs, if it's at full power, it'll produce, it'll use the same amount of power and the same amount of time, but it'll produce more over that time if it's a higher percentage. Problem is that percentage only lasts for a while, and then as you pump, it's not, as we know, oil's not a renewable resource. As you pump the oil and drain it out, what you're going to end up doing is draining out the supply to the point where these will trickle down to 10%. So they'll always fuel, or they'll always pump, but they'll be very inefficient and get you very little oil, which probably won't keep up with us in endgame. So to alleviate that problem, what we're going to do is we're going to get it pumping right away, and then we're going to pipe it up and store it, and we're going to do that with just dumping it into pipe liquid storage, fluid storage stuff. So that'll let us get up to steel furnaces. That'll be nice. And there. Let's turn this baby in. Where were you? There. Oh, we only have a few of these guys left, so let's see, there. And there. That's it. Okay, so we don't have enough, but let's shut those off for a second. I want to throw down at least a gun or two here. Did we end up making solar panels? No, we didn't. Or radars. I want to grab at least, let's say, 2 guns, and then our 5 radars, and then we'll put in a bunch more pump jacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that'll be 29 total pump jacks that we need for the over the time being. We don't need. We're not going to use electric furnaces at any point. But we did get the steel furnaces, which we are definitely going to use, and then we are going to use. Oh, you know what? I don't actually need all this right now, so we're full up. Oh, you know what? I did build the 5 radars. Oh, wow, that was quick. They built that fast. Okay, so we're not going to use them, but they lead to concrete tech, so we're gonna unlock that. We have 5 radars here. Well, where do we want them? let's put them over here by the science. Because we can. Not going to be fitting anything else in here, I don't think, so... And 5, does that let us walk by? Yeah, we can walk by top and bottom. Let's power these babies up. And what this does, for those of you who are new, is they should show up any time now. What it does is it's gonna, we'll see it in here. It has a sector scanning progress on the right there. Each of the 5 of them is running. Each of the 5 of them is going to scan a separate sector. When it completes, one of these sectors will become visible that are in the black, not in the fog of war, but actually outside of our range. So that'll let us know what's out there. Our coal is indeed starting to back up. That's good. Let's throw right in here a splitter to balance the belt, because we are not balancing. I know you can inherently balance drills and all that. We're not balancing that at all. So if we run that double line, the storage chest is still filling. It's not full. It's only half full right now. So that's good. How are we doing for time? We got another 5 to 7 minutes on this episode. Did we get what we needed to do that thing? Oh yeah, it was research, right? So red, wow, hello. So this is what we're going for. Concrete, we'll need that. Red splitter. Next episode, we are going to continue this this smelting stuff. I find this some of the funnest building stuff in the game. But over here, we're going to put in a stone furnace set up. It's going to build us stone, or it's going to burn up our stone, make some bricks. It's also going to give us the concrete we need for later, and we'll probably use some of that concrete at least to make some main roadways. What are these guys missing? So they've got their iron, they've got their things. There we go. That's all it needed. Just somewhere to go. And you also needed somewhere to go, so let's give you that now. And there we go. That'll be only enough room to fill those. These guys are going to need, well, power for now. What do you need? You need iron gears and you need underground belts. Well, if that's the case, how about we relocate you slightly? How about we shove you right up against there? Oh, not enough room. Iron gears. You know what we could do? We could just give you the room, right like that. And if we put him in here, there, and feed him with one of these, tell him to be gears, there you go, and tell this guy to go back to being red undergrounds, and then tell him to, there's your undergrounds there, and there, and there. Where are we going to unload you to? Well, we can unload you to the other side of that belt. That sounds perfect. You're going to input there, output there. If we power you up and give you the input you need for those, there we go. Gears dumping into here. This needs 2 underground belts and 20 iron gears to put out the red undergrounds. Perfect. So this is going to continue down. We have room here? Maybe not. What do you need? You need gears again, you need the splitter, and you need green circuits. So we're going to bump you over one. Yes, bump you over one and give you gears, but your gears are going to come from below here. That'll actually work nicely because we need to supply you with the splitter. We need to supply you with the green circuits. We need to supply you with gears from that one. And we need to supply you with, oh, you don't need gears, you need plates. Well, that's fine. There you go. Right, that's what we needed. Yeah. Oh, you know, see, that's wrong. You're supposed to be red of those things. There we go. And that is gears. Okay, good. That is what I wanted. And you don't need the plates. Right. Red. Wow, just banging out the science. There's our metal poles. Those are lovely. Red underground splitters, or red splitter rather, is needing the splitters. So it needs access to the actual splitters. So we'll do the same sort of thing where you grab there and you put back on there. Done. So each side of these is going to feed me a line of this. That's a totally unnecessary chest there. So we're going to actually toss you across the lane. Over here. And get rid of that, get rid of that. Throw the fish in there. I don't need the fish. Throw those guys out. Did we throw away our pistol yet? No. There's our pistol. Toss her away. Most of the wood, if not all the wood, except for maybe one stack for power poles, which we can probably get right now while we're waiting. And then this can be an underground belt to come out here. Now, that can go away. We can throw the rest of the wood in there. Good, we've got enough of the power poles. Perfect! Look at all this space. Wonderful spacing. Now, the only thing we don't have here is red belts, which we definitely want to do before too long. There and there, and we will see about doing that before this episode ends. What do we need? Yep, we need those. Alright, so this is going to all three of these are going to be filter inserters. Right, filter inserters. What did we do? What do we do? How do we do this? I want this to be the line that it comes onto. I want these to come around. I probably won't use up all that coal, so let's do the filtration work there. Get rid of all these. Boom. And get rid of this stuff. And clean out this. Okay. Okay, change of plans. So we will get one more that's going to be our fast belts, which is going to take gears, and it's going to take regular belts. So if we just take this guy, run this belt one step over, take these out, place him over here, move our power line, and that solves all of our world's problems. Well, sort of. There. Ha ha. Nice. And then you're going to grab you're going to come across there. You're going to not come across. You're going to come across hello. You guys are really fast at this. Good job. It's the productivity and the speed modules we need, right? So productivity module would be fine right there. And that's going to come over there. And you're not going to come over there. You're going to... We could split you and do this. And then there's no need to split you later. Or we can do this. And then, oop, not there. Oh yeah. There. Let's do this. And you can come there and there. Science, I love you. I don't like your interruptions. Circuit network. I don't know if we need circuit network, but eventually we will. Yeah, let's do it. We won't. We don't need circuit network. That's not the way to put that. We may want circuit network later, but we don't need it. Connect that. So this guy can go down a little further and come out there. Okay. Then this will feed off there and onto there. And if we power you, we now have the 6 components. We can then split the 6 components by doing what? Filter insert, or smart inserters, filter inserters. There and there. Power you guys, and you're going to be. Does a splitter always? Will a splitter always split the belts? No, it'll double it, right? Okay, we're gonna run through this science. It'll stop interrupting me very shortly, simply because it'll have run out. And this can split here, And this can split again. No, let's turn it first. Give you one more step there. Give you another step there. Then split down these ones and down these ones. Up like this. And down like down and up like this. So this is going to give us one. This will be another thing. This will be another thing, and this will be another thing. Okay, so this is going to give us red belts. This is going to give us red belts. This is going to give us yellow belts. This is going to give us yellow undergrounds. This is going to give us red underground, or splitters rather. Power that up, power that up. Excellent. And these ones are going to do the same sort of thing here and here. And one is going to be the red undergrounds, and this one's going to be the yellow undergrounds. All right. There. No, that doesn't need to come out anywhere. It can go there. Excellent. Ooh, we are over time here. I've been so focused on this I didn't realize our timing had slipped away on us. Well, again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the impact or the input that I'm getting from you folks. It makes me happy to be able to entertain at least, if not also inform. And let's see, bring you down here. I'm going to finish this off, and that's our logistics lines for now. I don't know that we'll do anything other than making maybe a sort of our one-of spots that are... See? I took you guys all out of there, and I could have left you in. And we may do like a build, we will do a build where we end up basically just putting out the materials we need for or for a random temporary sort of build design, where we put items in place that builds a oil jacks or something like that, and just does that for one time, like chemical labs or whatever it is, and basically just builds those and then just gets shut off later, right? It only needs to be a very temporary system. You don't have power. There we go. We now have our supply of what we need. Why is this thing not getting what it needs? It needs gear wheels, which are going all up there. There we go. Now, our iron input is not enough to sustain this. That's alright. We will definitely increase the flow of that later. I thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you've been enjoying it, please do go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Would really make me happy, and you know, it'll make you feel good about yourself, right? Yeah, other than that, thank you so much, and we will see you in game.